honestly, it's confusing. Some weeks the attendance increases and then it drops again.
I can see the numbers, but I can't clearly identify when the actual growth happened or the period had stronger improvement.
That's why our group created Harvest Tracker System.
It just not record attendance, it also analyzes it. And today, we will show you how it works step by step.
So, hello everyone. I'll be guiding you guys to the user interface of our system where we're going to demonstrate the functions of the system. So, let's start. So, this is the main UI that we are going to see first. So, this is where we're going to put all of the members of the church. So, this UI is about a church attendance system that is called the Harvest Tracker. So we're going to input our name, then our address. So we can select our ministry, which is a speak media and member, and then click add. So as you can see, so all of the added members will be going to this column right here, and we can update. Let's click the column, and we can update the column, and we can delete it if we don't need it. And then this is the second UI, which is the event tracker, where we can add the event of that we're currently having. I go study. And the amount of people that has the amount of members that has joined in the Bible study. Let's put 30, and then let's put 5 guests, then add. So as you can see, everything will be sorted out in this column right here. Now this is where we're going to see all of the analytics. So this is the event that we put right here. Everything will be going to the analytics. So at the analytics, this is where going everything is going to be summarized. The total attendance of 30 and the total of guests 5. So total people is 35.
After processing the data, the system displays the result. The highest attendance growth period would be 144. This means that the best continuous improvement in attendance is 144. So instead of manually checking every possible combinations, the system instantly finds the best growth period. Now let's talk about efficiency. The time complexity would be ON, or we only loop through the data once. And the space complexity would be O1, or we only use two variables. This makes Kadane's algorithm very efficient even if we have large attendance over data and in many months.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jericho Emnaldonio, and I am tasked to do the code demo in our system called Harvest Tracker using Kadane's algorithm. Now, let's first proceed to dashboard.java. Dashboard.java is the main window of our Harvest Tracker system. Here, we in dashboard.java, there are three menu: members, attendance, and analyze. And this is the variables, by the way, and modules. Here in show panel method handles the navigation by removing the current panel and displaying the selected panel inside the desktop pane. Next is the constructor. Dashboard constructor. The dashboard constructor initializes the colors and creates all modules when the system starts. Here we can see the default color and click color. Now let's proceed to events mouse pressed. When a menu is pressed, this would be the output. For example, when a member menu is pressed, the menu would show the click color. The rest would be default color. Same goes here and here. Like attend, it would display the click color while the others would display the default color. Now let's proceed to mouse click. Mouse click call the show panel to display the selected module. It means when you click a menu, it would then show to the right side the selected panel of that. For example, it would show the members panel when members menu is clicked, the attendance panel when attendance panel is clicked, and analyze panel when analyze panel is clicked. And that is all for dashboard.java. Now let's proceed to the members panel. This panel is responsible for managing church members. It allows administrator to add, update, delete, and filter members based on their ministry. The data entered by the user is displayed in a table for easy viewing and management. The member class acts as a blueprint for storing member information. The array list stores all members' records dynamically. The default table model manages the table data. Now let's proceed to the events method. It means when an add action performed. When an add is clicked, button add is clicked, the program collects the input and creates a members object. And it would store in the array list and display it in the table. The update button action performed. When the update button is clicked, it would modify the, the records. The button delete would delete the and delete the selected records. The clear would reset all fields, and when the when the table is clicked, when the table row is selected, its information automatically appears in the input fields and making it easier to update or review records. The filter displays only members from selected ministry. And that would be all for members panel. This is the attendance panel. The attendance panel is where the church events and attendance records are stored. The data entered here will later be analyzed using Kadane's algorithm. The user can enter an event name, attendance count, guest count, these values will be stored inside the attendance object. Later, will be stored in the array list. After, for example, we have a dance event and the attendees would be 35 people, 36 people, and the guest count would be 1. After inputting those this data, it would after inputting this data, the user will press the add performed button. When the add button action performed, when the add button is clicked, the system creates new attendance objects and stores it inside the attendance list or array list. It would then be stored. It would then be stored in the array list. Then it would be shown in the table. There are also other buttons where you can delete or clear a row in the table. This code is when you press a row in a table, it would then be shown, the data would be shown in the fields. And that's it for attendance panel.
But before we go into the technical part, let's understand what the system is actually trying to solve. It is trying to solve these questions.
This is the analyze panel. The main This panel is the control plus processing screen. It does three things. It shows the raw attendance data or the table and runs the analysis through the button analyze and sends it to the analytics result panel or the second tab. Here, this now let's proceed to the event or the button analyze action performed. The code inside the button. Here it means that it clears it clears all data and prepare fresh analysis and about and this it gets all saved attendance records from system. It adds to list and adds to table, computes totals. It means that the data from the attendance panel it was linked here. This is the totals code, total members present, total guests, and this is if it's empty, then this would show no attendance data. If the attendance is empty, then it would show no attendance data. This code is the core feature of Kadane's algorithm. It tracks best growth, streak, and attendance continuous increase period. We apply Kadane's algorithm to identify the strongest growth streak in attendance over time. And here we is the peak and low. It records the highest attendance and the low attendance. This is the transaction where we analyze the trend by comparing the first and last attendance values. This is the performance section. It classifies performance as high, average, or low. We evaluate performance based on the highest growth value. For example, if 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 the number is greater than or equals to 81, then it would output as high performance. If so, if 51 is greater than equals to 5, if the numbers is greater than equals to 51, then and less than equals to 80, then it would record as average performance. Else, if it's less than 51, then it would record as low performance. Then this would be the recommendation for the strong output. If it high performance, then strong attendance, maintain progress. If it's moderate attendance, improve progress. And if it's low attendance, then it would increase. It would says increase outreach. And this is the panel, the code for panel. And that's it for analyze that panel.
Once we click the Analyze, the system processes the data using Kadane's algorithm.
Now, this is the analytics result panel. This is the result display panel. It does not compute data from scratch alone. Instead, it receives processed data from analyze or attendance and display insights visually through cards, text, and tabs. Organizes analytics into readable sections. This is the a J-panel UI screen showing results. And this is the this is a set of panel size, fixed card size, so UI looks uniform. This class represents the analytics result panel, which is responsible for displaying process and attendance insight in a structured UI format. The heart of the panel. It uses data already computed in analyzed panel. This method receives attendance data and computed totals from analyzed panel and generates all visual analytics. This is the this is the total people plus guest rate. We calculate total participants and determine the percentage of guests in the attendance. Total people is equals to total attendance plus total guests. Guest rate is equals to total people is greater than 0, then if double total guest is I divide by total people times 100, else 0. This is represents the Kadane algorithm. This is the Kadane section, but for display purpose only. Step-by-step explanation violate a visible calculation history. The key idea to this is not a computing. This is not just computing. It's explaining the algorithm visually. We reapply Kadane's algorithm here, but this time to generate a step-by-step explanation for visualization. And this section here is the peak and low. We determine the highest and lowest attendance values for a comparison. This is the trend section. We determine the overall trend by comparing the first and last values. And this is the performance section. Classify performance based on the highest growth value. And this is the description and recommendation. If it's high performance, then this would be the output. Attendance is strong and stable. And if it's average, then it would output moderate engagement. And if it's low, then it would output low engagement needs outreach. And this is the recommendation. If it's high, then maintain programs, average, improve engagement, and low, increase outreach. And this is the card section for visualizing UI. We organize insights into cards for better visualization, each representing a specific analysis result. This is for the text areas. It it has total attendance, total guests, total people, trend performance, and Kidani step by step. And its final class description. And this is just the miscellaneous for signing the card. And that's all. Thank you.